tayo pumunta? Coron Palawan.
Palawan.
Ano ba yan? We're going to Coron Palawan! Okay, so we made it through. It was a very stressful. Oh shoot, we still have one more screening apparently, but the boarding process here was terrible. You're only allowed 20 kilos for everything, for combined. We had our own snorkeling gear, so it was more expensive, more heavy, and we have all our camera gear, and so made it even more expensive. So we had to pay an extra 200 pesos per kilogram over, which we had to pay about a K. We made it. We are in Palawan. This is Busuanga Airport. It's like about an hour.
We didn't die.
We didn't die, although there was a lot of turbulence. It's a beautiful place, and it's already been a beautiful scenery from the airplane. I gotta pee so bad. All right. Welcome to my channel. My name's Elaine. Today we are going to be talking about the beautiful island of Coron, Palawan, Philippines. So we just got back from our trip, and I just wanted to share with you guys because I was looking for so much information before we were going, and I just couldn't find it in one convenient place. So I wanted to make this video, just this first part about getting to Coron, how to plan your trip. So these are just questions that I had for myself that I can now answer, so that hopefully it will help somebody out there that's planning a trip to Coron. First of all, so basically you're gonna get a flight from wherever you are. If you're from the US or wherever, Europe or wherever, you're gonna fly to Manila. When you get to Manila, you are either going to have planned when you're going to Coron. So I don't know if you want to go immediately or if you want to spend some time in Manila, or like me, where I had family in Pampanga, which is a couple hours away from Manila, so had to go there, visit family first, and then we took 5 days and flew to Coron from Clark Airport. So there's like Ninoy Aquino from Manila, and there's also Clark Airport that you can now fly internationally into. So we could have flown into Clark. Anyway, this is a separate story. My suggestion is to book your flight to Coron as soon as possible, because you're gonna want to book it to Busuanga, B-U-S, I'll put the name in here, Busuanga Airport, only because I was advised prior to going there to go ahead, just book the flight when you get to the Philippines. Just get to the Philippines, worry about the trip later. The prices actually went up and up, and my mom was in Coron before. For ticket for two from Clark Airport to Busuanga Airport was only $200 for the both of them. They booked it way in advance, and they went off peak season and all that. I went in November. Yeah, sorry. I went late November, and people were telling me, oh yeah, that's not peak season at all. You'll be fine. Tickets gonna be so cheap. I got there and I started researching it through a travel agency, and we ended up paying $400 total between me and my husband, Matt. Make sure you book your flight as early as possible so that you can get the cheapest fare possible. Also book your hotel or your accommodation ASAP, because same thing. We were very last minute. Again, see my anti-procrastination video. We were last minute, and there were so many resorts that we missed out on. They either, like, you know, were only available like 3 days out of the time that we were there or whatever. But just make your accommodations as early as possible. As far as accommodations, you can go either way. A lot of people, when I was researching, places to stay, a lot of people recommended against staying in Coron town itself.
just because like the town itself is a town, it's a city, so it's not like that beautiful island. You can't just simply stay at Coron town and expect that when you wake up at your resort that you're minutes away from a beautiful beach. It doesn't work like that in Coron. Basically, you're gonna be staying in town, you're gonna be staying where, you know, there's like businesses going on, there's like a hospital, there's like kids trying to go to school, and it's a busy place, it's a town. And a lot of tricycle drivers are gonna ask you if you want to go to the hot springs and whatnot.
Nakapunta na po kami. Day 4.
Basically, if you stay in Coron town, when you want to see the beautiful sights and all that, everything is a travel away. Either a tricycle ride that's anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes or a boat ride away. You simply don't just wake up and everything is right there. Okay, what else? So basically we had no choice. We stayed actually with a relative who owns a resort there, which actually I highly recommend. It was called Kopi Doki. Oh, uh-oh, excuse me guys. Pardon the interruption. Where was I? So staying in town versus not staying in town. I personally recommend staying in town after we did it, even though I read, like, you know, people didn't really like that feel of the town feel. So we basically stayed at a distant relative's house. She like has a resort called Kopi Doki. I'll spell it out right below. But basically it was like a very like clean, it was in front of the hospital. It was like clean and inexpensive, and yeah, that's all we really needed was a clean place to sleep. There was hot water, there was Wi-Fi, so, and honestly, if you're going there for adventure, you will really not be staying in your resort hanging out for very long. You will be out and about in town or out on a boat doing another adventure. So staying in town is like that. But if you are with a family or you are with kids or you really want to stay in a fancy place, because why not? Actually, there is a place I recommend. We had a buffet dinner there. It's called Soleil, whatever. Anyway, I'll put the name down below. Their Wi-Fi is super strong. Their pool is like on point. We did a buffet meal there. I'll, you know, give you guys some tips on my next video. But we did a buffet and we visited the resort. It's like US prices, so you'll be paying, depending on the day of week and the time of the year, anywhere from like 100 to 150 a night. But it's very nice, and there's like, you know, you get US accommodations for US prices in a resort. So you can book a flight, like Philippine Airlines goes there. Also, there's Air Asia that flies to Palawan. We chose Coron because we're really into snorkeling, hence the reef tank, and that is one of the best places to snorkel. I really didn't know how long it was going to take for us to enjoy the town or anything like that, so I just decided to stay in one place because, well, I don't really like traveling, so from the airport to Coron town was about 30-minute van ride, and it made me really nauseous. So I don't know about staying in other places or traveling to a different place in Palawan, but I wasn't really up for that. So we stayed in Coron. The first day Matt got sick. It was like, I think, a combo of like dehydration. We had just done like 2 family parties back to back, and he wasn't drinking that much. And I was on my own for a little bit, so I got like food from like just someone on the street who had made homemade food and was selling it, so it was delicious. And basically, also the first 2 days we were confined to Coron town because there was a signal 1 warning, because the warnings come for all over. You'll see it, Busuanga is like a very big island, so if there's like any hint of a storm on one part of the island, the whole island is pretty much frozen to getting off of it on boat.
Alright guys, so we are in the middle of a bit of rain. Looking for motorcycle rentals.
So we couldn't really, even though it was sunny and it looked super nice, 1, Matt was sick, and 2, there was a signal 1 warning for the first like couple days or so, 2.5 days or something. But anyways, so we had to get creative basically and do activities that were on the island itself, but either by tricycle, our own motorcycle, renting a van, renting a car. So we had to get really creative, and I'll show you guys that in my next video, part 2, where hopefully I'll have Matt with me. But basically, number of days, I mean, we stayed there for 5 days, and honestly, 3 would have been fine if Matt didn't have work to do, and also if we didn't have the signal 1 warnings, probably 3 days would have been fine. Like going on boat and doing like a full day tour. I'm gonna make another video on the benefits of hiring a private boat. The benefits of hiring a private boat. Oh, you want to see something too? And so, yeah, so just have an open mind. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on Coron before, and I noticed like some people also got the signal 1 warning, and my mom even got the signal 1 warning before going. And if you get a signal 1 warning, don't worry if you're not going to see Kayangan Lake and all the different islands. There's so much to do on the actual island. You will not run out of things to do. And these signal warnings seriously can last only a day, only a few hours, or a couple days at most. It's never, I was like obsessed with asking every single person in town about those warnings and when they were lifted and what's the usual thing that happens. But basically, yeah, they usually don't last more than a couple days, and they can be lifted at any time. So don't worry if you get a signal 1 warning and you think I flew all this way, because that's what I was thinking. Like, you flew all this way to see these beautiful sights, and I felt like I was gonna let my dad down because he really wanted to see those beautiful drone shots, and he was so excited to see those drone shots of like Kayangan Lake and all that. So but luckily the Friday we were there, we were able to get on a boat. We got a private boat, see what we needed to see, and we stayed on a private island for 1 night for $200 for 2 people. Anyways, I hope this was helpful to you guys trying to plan this trip. Like I said, any resort will really do. Just do your research. You can book it through Airbnb. You could book it through Expedia, Airbnb, Expedia, Agoda, a travel agency. Sometimes those are a lot easier. It's just to get a travel agent to book your flight with your accommodations together. We didn't do that this. Oh, Maddie would like to say something too. Yes, Maddie's tips. Yeah, we didn't use a travel agent, but definitely next time we're gonna look into that. Might be cheaper, but the way we did it was fine. It's just that the only thing I wish is that we would have booked earlier, and because we actually spent very little time in our hotel room, and it was safe. That's the other thing, is that you have to be at a place where you trust and is safe. Anyways, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy all these beautiful shots that I'll be showing you guys of Coron Town, getting there, the airport, and all that. So turn on that notification button so that you can get notified when I upload my next video. I'm going to try to make more of these, get all these Philippines videos out of the way so I can go back to my regular life. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, we're looking for ponchos. Nagbebenta po kayo ng poncho? Like a raincoat poncho? Yeah. Oh, yun. Yeah, she has it. Malaki para sa kanya. Or is it one size?